Chuck O'Connor here, and we've been listening to the first verse of the Latin hymn, Veni Veni Emmanuel, which is translated into English. And we know this piece. It's a powerful song of Advent, and we also know that we don't sing it until December 17th. But this week I've been noticing how this wonderful hymn, at least for me, has opened up a way of getting into Advent. So what I want to do is propose a reflection with you on it, O come, and um, offer a way of praying with it so that when we do begin to sing it on December 17th, it's already become a part of us and maybe a way of opening our lives to the mystery of the coming of Christ. So, the peace. Again, we all know this. We just heard it sung. I just want to walk through it with you for a moment or two to point out some things that have really jumped out at me for the first time. So, first of all, you could look up on Wikipedia, the font of all knowledge, the piece, either in its Latin title, Veni Veni Emmanuel, or its English, O come, Emmanuel. Okay, even that phrase, it's saying, O come, God with us. I found that very curious once I put it in its translation, English translation. The Greek is Emmanuel, God. Emanu is the Hebrew meaning with us, and El is the Hebrew shortened form of Elohim for God, God with us. So we're saying, O come, God with us. Doesn't that seem odd to you? If God's with us, then why? What's the issue if we're asking to be longing for the coming of God? Well, I think the middle section, the next two stanzas, answer that. So we're asking God with us to ransom captive Israel, which to me it leads to us to identify with Israel and to identify with Israel as captive in exile. We'll see in a moment, but the captivity part, as I've talked about it with people this week, comes across as powerless, paralyzed, stuck, bound up, and perhaps you identify with that. Uh, Wanting things to be a certain way and they're not. Just one way I've looked at my life this week of being captive to my expectations, not just hopes and dreams, but expectations and demands of how I should be, how God should be, and how others should be, especially in this particularly difficult season. Okay, yeah, work on that one up. And ransom captive Israel. So God with us, come ransom us from our captivity. Israel, we who mourn in lonely exile. Now that takes our captivity a whole other level. Being captive, let's say, this is my translation of it, my captivity of expectations and demands leaves me isolated, separated from, distant from, disconnected from others, not feeling part of, not feeling connected with. So that mourns in lonely exile. We're saying, "Oh, come, God, with us to ransom us, to free us, to get us loose from our state that mourns, we mourn in lonely exile." And then the key word, here, now, right now, in this place, that mourns in lonely exile, here, until the Son of God appear. So God with us, we're asking to ransom us from our captivity until the Son of God appear. Rejoice, rejoice, O Israel. Even in this state of mourning, rejoice, rejoice. In lonely exile here, to thee shall come Emmanuel. So it's being in this state of captivity, mourning, and lonely exile and disconnection here, now. And the promise is, to us shall come God with us in our captivity. That's this amazing thing of noticing where I'm at with less pretense. And I'm going to come back. And being present to that. Now, I did have a proposal that I'm going to put out there with you. You and I, it's a proposal, continually seek relief from unruly emotions, from pain, discomfort, and disappointment. We seek relief from that usually by engaging our expectations on demands on others to make us happy and pain-free and without discomfort. And what does that look like? What does that look like? And what I wondered about is, wouldn't it look like the Xmas shopping season? Go grab, or fill. The craziness of the music, the focus on, hey, Christmas is coming, Santa Claus, and White Christmas, and chestnuts roasting on an open fire, and things like that that take us away from where this hymn locates us. So that's my proposal. And what my recommendation is to think of this hymn as something to pray with, Lectio Divina, to take each word or phrase and spend 10, 15, 20 minutes or longer just reciting that phrase to yourself and noticing what comes up. Oh, come, Emmanuel. It's a way to think about praying this from now up until the 17th, and we'll just see where that is then. So, happy Advent. I wish you all a blessing of finding self, paying attention to how I distract myself from myself, and what it would be like to be in that presence of saying, come, God with us. Peace be with you, and God bless you. Thank you very much. Bye now.